right, so this week we got an early release, episode 4, season 2 of the Dead and Gone podcast. And if you're not familiar with it, I did do a video on season 1 back last winter, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. Season 1 just followed one case throughout the whole season. Now this year it looks like they are going to cover 4 cases. And it's a true crime podcast about the Grateful Dead and their tour, mysterious deaths, disappearances, just flat out murders in some cases. And it is good. If you're not a Grateful Dead fan, it's good. You don't have to be. You know, I suppose most people watching this channel are going to be somewhat aware of the Grateful Dead. But and we got Payne Lindsey. You know, Payne's kind of the man right now in true crime podcasting, so it's really cool to have him involved in this one. Jake is back from season 1. Jake was the guy I did have some small complaints about in season 1. You know, I felt like maybe his narration was a bit too poetic for me. He's kind of the music guy, the artsy music guy on this. Payne's more of the investigative podcaster guy, so they make a great team. And so yeah, like I was saying, it's part true crime, mostly true crime, but also partly a Grateful Dead music podcast. You know, they do fill you in on things and, you know, just giving you some background, you know, maybe some tension between security, just all about the Grateful Dead community, how people even pre-internet were together. They had some good guests coming on talking about the situation. Dennis McNally, then we got Dean from over at Relics, who had a podcast of his own a while back. So if you haven't heard season 1, you don't necessarily need to listen to season 2, or listen to that to know and understand season 2. It's not one of those deals. I definitely recommend it. I know some people on this channel are fans of podcasting, and when I made that video, a few people listened to it and seemed to enjoy it. So I wanted to give a heads up here on season 2. The first murderer, the first case they move in on is Adam Katz. He died in New Jersey in 1987. They did a 5-night run, and it just seemed like it was all kinds of chaos. They talked a lot, you know, building up to this one, they talked a lot about what was going on with the Yellow Jackets. That was the name for security. And just the tension building. You know, it's believed, a lot of people seem to believe that this kid did not, his death was no accident. The official story seems to be a little bit bogus. And most people believe security got a little carried away and clubbed this kid in the head. Still not really, the family never really got any answers, you know. Just a horrible story, really. You know, you can see why all these years later it still matters and it's still being discussed. There is a Facebook page. I believe it's Adam Katz Help Solve His Murder, I believe is the name of the Facebook group. So I don't know, definitely worth checking out. I'll include a description down below. The podcast itself on the website did a much better job of describing it than I have here. But hope you're into it, man. Dig it. All right, guys, boom, we're out of here. Check it out. Season 2 is underway. We're only 4 episodes into season 2, though. We're getting them 1 week at a time. I'd kind of like to burn through this whole thing. I'll check back in at the end, though. Boom.